All right, we're back. So, next question. What precaution should be used when using chlorine bleach? What are the advantages of powdered oxygen bleach, and why should chlorine bleach and ammonia never be mixed? Well, let's start with the first part of question number 4. What precaution should be used when using chlorine bleach? Well, let's see what chlorine bleach does, and maybe we can learn a little bit. So I have 2 little pieces of fabric here. Let's see if you can see them. See? They're orange. All right? They're cotton. And they are printed fabric. The back, you can't see much of the design. The front is orange with little bitty ladybugs in hot pink. All right. So let me put this here so you can see. So I have bleach. I'm going to put a little bit in this jar. And make sure I have no spills. All right, I close that up. All right, so I have my bleach in this little jar. I have a little pipette here. And I'm going to take, and on one of these, I'm going to drop some chlorine bleach. And as expected, I have 1 drop on there. Let me get a little closer so you can see. And just 1 little drop there, and it's soaking in. And we're going to let it sit. So let's let it sit, and while it's sitting, let's go to question number 2. What are the advantages of powdered oxygen bleach? Well, what is powdered oxygen bleach? Most common one you see around is OxyClean. And I looked it up on my computer just to make sure I said the things properly. And oxygen bleach is soda ash or borax mixed with hydrogen peroxide. You can buy hydrogen peroxide. People use it to bleach their hair, to whiten their hair, or turn it blonde, however you want to say it. What happens is when the powder, which is here, mixes with water, it releases the oxygen. And it turns out oxygen is a really cool product. Oxygen, when it comes out, it helps remove organic stains. And that's very important. It's an organic stain. What is an organic stain? Like a grass stain. Grass is organic. You get it on your t-shirt, this will take it out. You cut your finger, you get a little blood on something, that's organic, this will take it out. Non-organic stains would be like ink from your pen. That ink, OxyClean won't get out, okay? So it is for organic stains, which is what most of our stains are, because it's usually food or outside dirt or sweat, those types of stains, this will get out. The advantage is, what it forms is oxygen. Oxygen is not harmful to you. If you breathe oxygen, it doesn't do any harm. So it has that advantage, and it's much kinder to the fibers in your clothing. So it doesn't damage them as much as bleach does. Okay? So that was the second part of the question. And the third part is, why should chlorine bleach and ammonia never mix? Well, chlorine bleach, which you can buy for your household, is fine to use. Now, if you get it on your hands, if you don't wear gloves, it'll dissolve your fingerprints, okay? It's not something I like on my hands, so I will wear gloves when using it. But there are 2 things you need to be careful of. You never mix chlorine bleach with vinegar or with ammonia. What happens is, when you mix this with vinegar it forms ammonia and vinegar. It produces chlorine gas. I wanted to make sure which gas it was. I'm sorry. Anyway, chlorine bleach with vinegar forms a chlorine gas. Chlorine gas will damage your lungs. So if you mix this with vinegar, which sounds like it'd be good, like you take window cleaner, which is vinegar, and you add chlorine bleach, or make it better. No, 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 no. It makes it toxic. So don't mix the two. All right? And if you mix it with ammonia, it forms another gas called chloramine, and it will destroy your lungs. It's not only slightly toxic, it will actually cause your lungs to secrete a liquid which will drown you and you die, like with pneumonia. All right? So not good when mixed with ammonia. What would have ammonia in it? Toilet bowl cleaner. So let's say you're trying to clean the toilet bowl and it doesn't get everything out. Oh, I think I'll use chlorine bleach. No, 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 no. Make sure you get all the toilet bowl cleaner out and it's just water in the bowl before you put in chlorine bleach. Do not mix the two. Very dangerous. All right? If you accidentally mix the two, what do? You flush the toilet or whatever it is, turn on running water, turn on a fan if you can, but get out of the room, shut the door. Let it dissipate all out, all by itself. People die when not being careful. Now, the amount of chlorine in a bottle of Clorox is very low percentage, okay? And the amount of ammonia in say a toilet bowl cleaner is fairly low. So it's a low amount of gas. If you use commercial cleaners, they have much higher proportions of chlorine or ammonia, much more dangerous. Still not a good idea to mix the two. All right, so let's go back to why you would take precautions when using chlorine bleach. I want you to look at my two little pieces of fabric. Look what happened. See how the color's leaving that one? Eventually, all of it will leave. And if I leave it in too long, the fabric will leave too. I will have a hole right where that little dot, the center dot there, it will become a hole if I leave it too long. So, why would you put bleach in your laundry if it can be that dangerous? Because it can get it quite white, okay? If you're looking for white and you've got an ink stain that doesn't come out with an organic cleaner, you might be tempted to use bleach to make it white. There are other ways to make things white, less dangerous, so not a fan. It does kill germs, okay? But this kills germs better. So if you want to disinfect your laundry, you want to put an oxygen cleaning bleach, an oxygenated bleach, and it'll help disinfect your laundry. So back to our question. What precautions should be used when using chlorine bleach? What did I say I wore? If I'm using it, I wear gloves. I am very careful in how I handle it. I make sure I don't put it near other things. A splash, like if I pour that really fast and it splashes, anything it splashes on will discolor and eventually eat through. I have some jeans years ago. I splashed some bleach. I was using it on a cutting board to disinfect it. It splashed a little bit of my jeans and ate through. It has these little pinholes eaten through them because the bleach ate the fabric. Not only turned it white, but it ate the fabric through. So be very careful of spills. What advantages does an oxygenated bleach is? It's not toxic and it doesn't eat through your fabric. That's pretty good. And then the reason not to mix ammonia and chlorine bleach, it's toxic and dangerous. So you be very, very careful. All right? All right, on to the next question.